So in my last behind-the-scenes video, I showed how I dealt with the transparency problem caused by a sweater that had green lettering along the front here. And what I did for that was I put a green square behind me so that when I turned down, when I took away all the green from the green screen behind me, and it took the lettering with it, you could at least see through to this green square so that it looked pretty natural and normal. Now in this video, I'm wearing my beloved pumpkin sweater, my beloved Halloween sweater, and making kind of an unfortunate freeze frame face. Remind me not to put that in the thumbnail. There we go, that looks a little better. And this time I had a much more insidious problem because unfortunately the blue of the sweater was indistinguishable to the Camtasia software from the green of the green screen behind me. I'll show you what I mean. Here's the footage as it originally appeared, right? Let's get rid of the text for now. It's in the way. So here's the original footage. And I turned on remove a color, and it took the blue with it. So the solution is this guy. This track called Horla High Sat Med Contrast. I had played around with high contrast, didn't work. So I turned the saturation all the way up on here. Let's move this out of the way for a second. So this is an alternate version of this same track. I exported a duplicate version of it with the green screen intact, and all I did was turn the saturation way up. So let's have a look at that before all of these video effects have been put on it. See, yeah, it's just the same thing but with much higher saturation. So now it's able to differentiate between the blue and the green because the difference is starker. Now that, of course, creates this whole green aura around me because I can't get it to take away all the green without taking away some of the blue. So what I've done is I did some color adjustment here, turning the saturation up again and the brightness down. So it looks really unnatural, and I would not use this as the main component of a video, certainly. But the green aura is now gone, and has been replaced with this kind of black aura that just looks like a very dramatic shadow, and that's alright. And then I was worried that the blue still didn't look quite blue enough. It still looked kind of weird, so I put on this colorization. I don't actually know if it makes a difference that is visible without the contrast of all this garish orange, but I felt a bit better. So now I move this back on top of it, line it up properly, and it looks, you know, if you look closely, you can still see that there is a slight difference, but I think it looks pretty good and not distracting. The green aura around me, and this guy still has a bit of green, but it's minimized, and now it looks all right. The one thing that was very important, though, is to make sure that they're lined up, not just on here, but also down on here. Make sure they stop and start at the same time. They're lined up time-wise, because otherwise, every time I move, there will be a delay or something like that, and you need them to move kind of in sync with each other. But this is the, I think, pretty clever solution I have come up with to this problem, this extremely niche problem.